For my people out there that's been following me on my journey for a while, y'all know that when it comes to talking to y'all about the stock market or just trying to get y'all to see things differently, bruh, I tried my best to give y'all messages that I wish somebody would have told me, you know? In life, you don't want to become your own liability. And the world is changing very, very fast, bruh. Especially for the working class in America. A lot of us, we depend on the jobs to quote unquote sustain our living, right? But we're never truly taught anything about assets versus liabilities, right? And yes, the information is out there if you go searching for it, especially if you go on YouTube or Reddit or any of these apps where people are actually trying to help the masses, right? But one thing I learned to realize is that most people don't listen. Most people try to wait till it's too late or sit there and say, oh, I should have did this, I should have listened to you, I should have did that, whatever. And I had to constantly remind myself that you are not the world's savior. You cannot get people to do what you want them to do. They have to want to do it. Now, as a part of my purpose, giving y'all these messages and letting y'all know the real, of course, right? But at the end of the day, I got to make sure I'm okay. You know? Just like when you're on an airplane, they tell you put your mask on first. That's just with life, right? And, you know, the level of focus and awareness you need to have, the level of consistent commitment to your purpose is very, very important. And I personally believe, this is my personal belief, I personally believe that the people that lose focus and lose sight of the bigger picture, they will be left behind. The people that aren't taking their finances serious, you're not owning no stocks, you're not learning how to trade, you're not learning shit. You just know the job and you know the paycheck and you think the paycheck is your savior, you're going to be cooked. In a world where money is constantly moving, you have to think with the mentality of a owner and not just a employee. You got to stop thinking that these people in office have your best interest. They're going to come and save you. They're going to do what's best for the American people. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. They ain't going to do shit for any of us. They're not going to do anything. They don't care. They want to make sure that their money is right. They want to make sure that they put their family in a better position, right? And they have to sell you hope. They have to. Because you'll believe that if they sell you hope, you believe that, I guess there's light at the end of the tunnel. But that's how they feed off of human emotion. They selling you a dream. If you just vote for me, I will change this about your life. If you just do this, I will change this about your life. No. You have to change the shit about your life. You got to do it. They're not responsible for your life. We're on the fucking floating rock, or we live in a firmament, or however y'all want to perceive it, right? But there's nobody outside of yourself that is going to save you. If America cared about its people, we would have free healthcare, we would have free education, the cost of living wouldn't be so extremely high, the rents wouldn't be skyrocketing while wages stay the same, the freaking jobs would pay people livable wages, you wouldn't see no homeless people out here, right? You wouldn't see no drugs out here that's taking people's lives away. Like, you wouldn't see any of that. But guess what? They allow this stuff to happen because they don't care. They don't. And I just try to get y'all to realize that stuff, bruh. So I remind myself every day, as a man, it's your responsibility to better yourself, to take care of yourself, to keep growing, and to keep asking God for guidance and protection. You feel me? We live in a matrix. You got to control yourself up here. Your mind is very, very powerful. Most people think so low of themselves and they don't believe in themselves enough, so they settle. I'm gonna settle for a job that's gonna pay me $15 an hour, right? $20 an hour. And I get it. I get it. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur, bro. I understand, I overstand that. But everybody can be an investor, point blank period. I don't care. Everybody can learn the stock market, can learn the real estate market, can learn how to put their money to work, and stop always just thinking, I gotta make money to go spend it and make another company richer and wealthier while my paycheck don't even last a week. Once again, you can't be your own liability. You have to be your own asset. You think these people that's getting richer and wealthier by the day? You think they don't own a whole bunch of stuff? A whole bunch of assets? Stocks, real estate, businesses, etc.? They do. But the average everyday consumer owns nothing. You work to get a paycheck to spend it at Amazon, to go spend it at Target, to go spend it on frivolous shit, to go try to look rich. Bro, you know how many people out here in the city of New York be trying to look rich? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. It mind boggles me because what do you gain from that? It's not even just New York, it's all around the world. Let me just say that, right? And personally, I don't care what you do. That's your life. If you want to look rich, go ahead, do your thing. If that makes you happy to get validation from strangers, then do your thing, bruh. But as a person, I know that it's important for you to put yourself in a better position. You don't need validation from people. You don't need, you don't have to look rich, bro. There's a lot of rich people in the world that you wouldn't even know that they're rich. Maybe you can see by the car, right? Or the watch that they may wear or something. But 9 times out of 10, they don't want you to know that they're rich. And that's some people, not all. You know? But it's like these times are crucial, bruh. These times are crucial. And every day it's going to get more crucial. Inflation going to keep eating up your purchasing power. We seeing it. People foreclosing on their homes. People are losing their jobs. It's getting tough, bro. I'm not going to lie. It's getting tough. And you got to try to focus even with all the noise that's around you. Because the noise is what the media is showing you. The noise is the job layoffs. The noise is the higher cost of living while wages stay the same. That's the noise. You got to try your best to block that out and focus on what you can focus on, bro. You have to be preparing. And I keep telling you prepare through the assets. Stack as many assets as you can. Save as much money as you can, right? Take care of what you got to take care of. Take care of your responsibilities, but plan ahead. Because a person with no plan is already planning to fail. And that's just the truth. The reason why I took the risk to leave the 9 to 5, to go all in on the stock market, is because I already knew that the 9 to 5 system is rigged. I already know that I cannot outwork a higher cost of living. No matter how many hours I work at the job, that's time I can't get back. I don't have that time to build something for myself, right? And my time is controlled by an employer. Now, granted, you do Uber, okay, but I still have the time to do what I want to do too. And Uber, you can own some Uber stock, which means you can get equity in a company, right? But everybody has their own, everybody's on their own personal journey. My journey is my journey, bro. This shit is hard, right? It's tough, but it's worth it. In my opinion, it's worth it for me. It may not be worth it for you. You do what you need to do for your life, right? I gotta build on YouTube. I ain't got no choice. I gotta keep building on Facebook, right? Cause I'm on the internet now, and I gotta keep stacking the assets, bro. So, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. If you are not buying assets, you are cooked. You're cooked. I'm not saying spend all your money on assets and don't have no money in your bank account. I'm not telling y'all that, bro. I'm not saying that, because obviously you need liquidity. You need money. But what I'm saying is, please just find a way to have some type of money working for you. They don't want to teach you this stuff for a reason. It's to keep us broke. It's to keep us sad and sad and being easier to control. The jobs have the money. The average everyday working person, they just think like an employee, and that's it. That's all they do. Once again, I'm not telling you leave your job. I'm not telling you quit your job. I'm not saying there's some jobs out there that's not important. I'm not saying that, bro. Before y'all try to come at me in the comment section. All I'm saying is, like, learn how the system works. Try your best to operate at a higher level. You know, live through your higher self. Don't live in your lower nature. And fucking focus, bro. I love y'all. Like the video, subscribe, leave some comments below.